Hi, everybody. We are here live with Juice Plus University. Right now, it's Jeff Olson and myself. I'm Reagan Dean, and we are really glad you're here. We're waiting for Mitra to join. She'll be here any moment. She's having some issues kind of with her internet speed, so we're hoping to have you all here. And tonight, we are talking about strategy and what's the best strategy to have success with your Juice Plus business. And so, Jeff, I don't know if you're going to want to just share a little bit more about what we're thinking about and how we can help people. And
you bet. Good evening, everyone. So this is our second call in the Juice Plus University series. And just for those of you who are catching up and tuning into this, Lauren Slocum, Reagan, and I and my wife got together after Lauren came into town, and we were just trying to come up with some ideas on how to present some content that was relevant and timely and meaningful for you all to, move your business forward. And Eric Worre says, the best trained team has the best trained results, or has the best results. And so, there's probably a decade worth of conference calls out there. We have a lot of resources as a company. Not everyone is resourceful. So we thought we'd do some sort of website chats, success leaves clues, and bring in people that are tried and proven and been in this game a while. And so you can kind of be a fly on the wall, see who we are, see kind of what we're about, and hear really sort of the foundation from our perspective on how this business is built. 2 weeks ago, we started with really the foundation of everything, which is your experience, your story. People will respond. There's Mitra. Hello, Mitra. She is on board. People will respond to you based off of your emotion and your story. They will stay on it after the fact because we kind of service that intellectual need to know why. But your story is where everything begins. So that was 2 weeks ago. We gave you a little homework. We predicated all this kind of on the homework of the GoPro book. Tonight, so that was the what. Tonight we're going to talk about the how-to, what Eric Worre calls the skills, what Tony Robbins would call strategy. And so it's really taking the what and putting it into action. And tonight we're blessed to have Mitra, who is really, I call her Yoda in all facets. She is the Yoda of how to take this business, grip it and rip it, and have fun in the process. And so she has been my mentor in this business. We're all trying to grow up and be more like her in terms of making an impact, developing our skills and making an impact. So tonight is about how to. Tonight is about strategy. Tonight is about the skills of what we do. We know the what. You know your story. So what I want to do tonight is really explore between Reagan and Mitra the how-to of our business. So with that, I was talking to Mitra earlier today, and maybe just introduce everyone to the how-to that is unique to our business, meaning customer care, Mitra. Eric Worre talks about the 7 skills in our business, but we have this other little element, this other little skill that we need as a company because we have tons and tons of customers. And you're really camping on that with your team right now, Mitra, at Teens Shining Stars. So talk about the Juice Plus company and customer care as a skill set for what we are up to in the world. Did we lose her? We lost her. Mitra, are you there?
I can see her. She's frozen.
She was there and then she disappeared. Are we getting well? As Mitra's trying to get back on.
Can you not see me?
We can hear you.
Go ahead.
Now I see you. Talk. This is the same problem I had last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bandwidth connection. Mitra, maybe just turn off your camera and we can just hear you. Maybe that'll help on your end there. So.
Yeah, that's what I had to do last week. So just while Mitra's getting back on, just to recap story, you can view the video on our website chat at the Juice Plus University Facebook page. We created a little Facebook page. Just search for JPU, and then I had a little tagline: Better Training, Better Results. JPU, Better Training, Better Results. You'll see the Facebook page. You'll see our website chat around story. And tonight is around the how-to.
Okay. No.
Are we there? Are you there? Hello?
I'm here, but I can't. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yay!
I'm trying to see if I can get on by phone because it seems that you can't see me. Is that right?
We can see you now.
kind of see you now.
Okay. Kind of see you. Am I like an aberration?
You're like the magician.
You're mic'd up and you're talking. So did you hear me kind of tee up, the how to of what we do around customer care?
No, not at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. So tonight we're in the how-to. Next 2 weeks from now we're going to be in the mindset, really what Tony Robbins calls state, what Eric Worre calls programming. But tonight is really the action skills of the what and what we do. And unique to our company, because we have great products, we have a lot of customers. And so one of the foundational skill sets of what we do is customer care. And Mitra's been with her team, Team Shining Star, one of the fastest growing organizations around the world. Is really she is focused right now in the fall around customer care, and she's going to be talking about that with her team in Nashville. So Mitra, talk to us about the skill of customer care and how everything sort of precipitates out of great customer care.
Okay, great. So I'm on my phone now.
Perfect.
I gave up on my computer and on my phone. First of all, the resource of GoPro is amazing, and there's a lot of things that we're learning all over the place about prospecting and how to find people. But I think one of the biggest missing links in our business, I find, is that we leave money on the table by not taking care of the customers we get, and we don't really understand the potential of a customer. Like, I myself was a customer, and imagine yourself having me as a customer and taking care of me and making sure I got results on the product. Or maybe I would have quit. Who knows? I might have just, like, on a whim quit. And if no one, if for some reason I didn't get the results I got on Juice Plus, where would I be today? And I wouldn't have the team I have today. And with the Transform 30 program, customer care is even more important, I find, because we're asking people to use the products, buy actually 4 months of supplies, 4 months of complete to match the 4 months of Juice Plus, which makes a lot of sense for the customer, actually. But unless you follow up and help that person actually get results, we're doing this thing based on some activities up in Canada that is really taking off now, because now I'm seeing results in, like, our team in the Bay Area and our team here in Seattle, where other people are taking off on this concept of, for the first 2 weeks after somebody receives product, and that means you have to know when they've received product to make sure they're taking the products, and then finding out if and when they're going to take the lifestyle challenge. So we talk about Transform 120 is how you order the products. You have 4 boxes of Juice Plus Complete coming to you to match the 4-month supply of Juice Plus if you're going to do 2 shakes a day for 4 months. And if you're going to do 1 shake a day, you have 2 boxes of Complete coming to you with the Juice Plus products. Either way, whether it's platinum or gold, you're really on that customer, and you're going to tell them that you're going to get either a private message on Messenger or text or Voxer or email, whatever, just asking, how are you doing? Did you take your Juice Plus today? Did you make a shake? Do you have any questions? Every single day contacting them and helping them, reminding them that they paid for this product. I love to tell the joke, like, listen, research has shown that unless you eat the products, just paying for them is not enough. Just having it delivered to your house is not enough. You actually have to eat the products for the results. And then when and if are you ready to take the challenge of, drinking more water, getting sleep, giving up dairy and gluten. Some people are into it right away. Some people are already doing it, and some people can't even think about doing it. So to really develop a relationship with the customer, because you have to understand that your business depends on happy customers. And with the Transform 30 program, following up with my customers has been more fun than ever, because in the past, if somebody was just on capsules, they may or may not notice anything. But if they're doing 2 shakes a day and taking Juice Plus, for sure they're noticing some results. And if on top of that they're doing the lifestyle challenge of T30, where they're giving up dairy, gluten, drinking water, exercising, all of whatever they can do along those guidelines, they're going to have unbelievable results in a 30-day challenge period. And that's going to make them, like I had recently a gal who I go to see for like facials, and she's my esthetician, and she was on she did the T30 program. She got off dairy and gluten. She had an autoimmune disorder all her life. Nobody's been able to help her. She did the program. She started to feel better. Then she went to Vancouver with her daughter and just gave herself permission to eat whatever. And she said she could not believe how awful she felt. And then she finally really got, okay, like, you know, what I talk about, it's just as important to put in Juice Plus and take out the inflammatory foods, gluten and dairy. And she really got how important that was. And then she had her husband come to a health talk with Dr. Cohen recently because of the experience of being followed up with on a constant level and being encouraged. And I actually think she's going to become a distributor as a result of this incredible customer care. And we are teaching her by example right now because of the customer care we're providing her. She's going to know right from the get-go that if she decides to do this, she's going to do the same thing herself. So, you know, I've kind of in the T30 pitch book, what I've done is really broken down the marketing plan into even smaller steps to sales coordinator. And because I find that, first of all, if you look at the T30 pitch book, we talk about how basically if you were to get on the platinum program, and I'm going to just point out this page in the pitch book, your products are going to cost you just under $200 a month shipped to your door in the United States. And then if you pay a $50 franchise fee and share the program with 2 other people, then you're going to make your retail plus 2 other people's retail back. So you're going to make $309 in retail and a $100 bonus from the company if you find 2 other buddies to do this with you. One reason to find a couple of buddies to do this with you is because most people are like, I just want to hear my story. I'm like, that's great. You want to feel the products for yourself. I just want to know my story and my experience with the products. But what if you had 2 other buddies and now you had not just your story and your experience, but 2 other people's experience? How do you think that would make you feel? And it would more than offset the cost of your product because you're spending just under $200 a month and you're paying $50, but because of the HLP bonus, you're making back $409. So a lot of people are at least willing to enter the conversation at that stage. Then you can take them to the next page. Sorry, not the next page, that's our mission, but there's a stair-step plan where I really break down getting to virtual franchisee is going to take you and 7 other households doing the T120, and that's going to make you an additional $250 bonus plus your retail, which now you're making the 14%. So instead of the $130, you're not making $166 per person. And that's great. But for a lot of people, getting to that VF position is like all they end up ever doing, because it's like they make this $250 bonus and they make their retail right up front. But then I talk about what if we could help you make $500 a month on a consistent level. That means you actually go out and get a few more households, so you're at 13 households using the Complete and the Juice Plus, and now you're going to make $500 a month. So it's not just VF, but now what we call a qualified virtual franchisee, because a lot of people don't know how to help a new distributor. We're like, what's the benefit to qualifying my business? The benefit to qualifying your business is VF could just be one strong month and then it's all over. A qualified VF is somebody who's making consistently $500 a month. $500 a month is it's no small matter. And sometimes in this business we get the 2 ends of the spectrum is like we get the people that say, I just want to help people. I don't care about making money. I just want to help people. And the other side of the spectrum is, how do I make $10,000 a month, like tomorrow, And so on the side of the people that say, I just want to help people, I want to ask the question, that's great, you want to help people, but what's your measure? How do you know you're actually helping people? In our business, when you look at your commission check, that's actually a measure of how many people you're helping. Like I got that early on in the business. In my first year after my first conference, I really got like, oh, I want my check as big as possible because that means I'm helping a lot of people. And on the other side of the spectrum, these people that want to make 10 grand a month, I want to say, well, listen, that's awesome. And if I can't show you how to make $500 a month, we'll never get to 10 grand a month. So let's start with $500 a month. Can we help you make $500 a month? And I don't care who it is, but if you ask the question, what would you do with an extra $500 a month? People are going to come up with some answers, whether it be some vacation money, or a lot of women just want be able to have a shopping fund, so to speak, go shopping, or maybe you're going to pay for private school, whatever it is, a car payment. $500 a month makes a big difference in people's lives. And that's a virtual franchisee who's not just gotten to that position, but has qualified that position by taking care of their customers. Because out of that customer base, you're going to be able to draw on some more distributors. A lot of for the average person, I hate to say it, but a jump from VF to SC is too much because they don't know what it means. Okay, they don't even know how to get from VF to SC because they got a bunch of customers, and they just kind of went up. Nobody taught them that you have to take care of those customers, make sure they get results, and keep continuing to grow your customer base till you have a qualified VF position, because out of that, I'm sure 2 or 3 people are going to come in and do this with you and help you get to sales coordinator, at which point, again, you make a one-time bonus of $500. That's awesome. And then the next step that people don't think about is POBSC. And if you know how to create a qualified business, you can help 2 other people create qualified businesses. So now you have 13 households, 2 other people have 13 households, and you're helping another new person get started and do their HLP bonus. Now you actually have the 38 households that you need to get that 3,000 in PVC to be a POB sales coordinator. And this may not mean a whole lot to you, but a lot of people set their sights on national marketing director. Well, the building structures of getting to national marketing director are 3 sales coordinators that are in PB and 2 more that are in POB. So you have to help people create a qualified business of 13 households, and you have to have some of those sales coordinators help others create qualified businesses. And that's the structure needed to get to national marketing director. But to get there, you have to have like the foundations in place for long-term residual income. So I've kind of broken it down to VF is great. It's a one-time hit of money. But let's talk about $500 a month residual income after the fact by taking care of your customers. And then if you teach that to a couple other people, you're going to be a sales coordinator, not just a sales coordinator, but a sales coordinator that's in POB, which will make more sense to you down the road. But immediately it's going to make you $1,500 a month in residual income, whether you understand the implications for what it means for getting to national marketing director or not. But I'm trying to help people, like, let's talk about getting to VF and then making $500 a month residual income, and then getting to SC and then making $1,500 a month in residual income. What would you do with an additional $1,500 a month? And people get into the world of network marketing with these, either like they've had so many failed experiences, or they don't know anything about it, or they have their sights on some huge income and they don't know the foundation of helping a lot of people making $500 a month or $1,500 a month. So if you can appreciate what these positions really mean, not just a VF, but a qualified VF, not just a sales coordinator, but a POB qualified sales coordinator, then you know the structural elements of getting to national marketing director. But more importantly, you can help somebody create a residual source of income and have a foundation of happy customers from which to find distributors to build a team. So that's just where I'm really focused on for our fall conference with our team. This is sort of a preview, so those of you kind of listening in are getting a piece of this information, but I'm just really finding that this is something that's making a lot of sense for people, and creating, we have virtual franchisee, we have sales coordinator, and I've created these extra steps of a PBVF and a POBSC, before you look at the other positions to create this ongoing source of income and ongoing happy customers, which is going to lead you to more business. And paying attention to these small things, paying attention to building customer care is really what sets us apart from other network marketing companies. 85% of our business that sets us apart from the entire industry is from happy customers. Therefore, we make everybody in the world of direct sales happy, the government's happy, our regulatory agencies that are watching over us. We're ahead of the game because we have, first of all, a product line that really actually works, a health program that really actually works, and secondly, if we can teach a person how to make a consistent source of income by creating happy customers and making sense of the marketing plan that way. I mean, Reagan, I don't know if this is probably the first time you've heard of this, but what do you think of this plan of like helping people, not just VF, but a PBVF, not just SC, but a POBSC?
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of that because, people always want to skip over those steps, but they're so important. And I got that right away. I mean, I was a business person before, and knowing that you need to kind of get that foundation laid. Once you get there, then you look at the next one, and knowing how important it is to maximize the marketing plan to be a POB sales coordinator. I mean, that's kind of the ticket. And if you can do that yourself and then turn around and duplicate that, that's how I went national marketing director very quickly, was because I got that. And I helped this person. I helped, actually I had 7 frontline people that were, actually, no, I had 13 POB legs going into national marketing director. So,
nice.
Yeah, so, that created the foundation for the amazing income that I have now. And I think it's a shame that we don't, from the beginning teach people, let's set them up for getting to sales coordinator POB sales coordinator, because that's going to help them get every single bonus we have. And duplication is going to happen just based on the law of averages right there. So people will want to join their team.
Right, and that just like the lingo may not mean a lot to the new person.
Yeah.
So I've really broken it down to VF. That's in PB means $500 a month really, and a PO with the Transform 30 program, and the POBSC really means $1,500 a month, and that people can relate to, like, okay, I think I could use an extra $1,500 a month. So.
Yeah, and $1,500 a month is kind of magical because all of a sudden the skeptical spouse, now it was their idea instead of being skeptical, and all their friends want to listen and join, and so the quicker we can get there, the more fans they have. So it's a great idea.
Yeah, you're now in the comma club. You're not. It's just not more than a hobby now.
That's right. Yeah. So, and they can see that they're having fun doing it. So it's just the way to go.
Yeah.
So when Tony got into the business, 15 years ago, what she was really, really good at was customer care. And she says, her goal anytime we get a customer on Juice Plus or on Transform 30, on the health study or our Tower Garden, her goal is to help that customer become a raving fan for life.
Right.
And that raving fan for life either becomes a customer for 12, 13, 14, 15 years, which we've had customers, or they become a raving fan and they want to go tell the world and they want to share what they love. And so that was really one of Tony's skill sets early on, was creating raving fans, and our best team members came out of those raving fans. And so Mitra touched on really the skill set that is unique to our company. She said 85% of our business is from customers only. If you look at other typical network marketing companies, 85% of their revenue is coming from the buyers club or the distributor base. And so we are really almost the exact opposite, the inverse of traditional network marketing companies, because we've got a product line, a product-driven company, and most of our global revenue, most of your revenue comes from happy customers. Now, that being said, once you get the happy customer, Mitra and Reagan talked about jumping into the business and launching a business, and one of the skill sets is how to get people started. We used to train 5-1, and now we're training fast track, and maybe we're now going to grow into, let's train a rookie sales coordinator or a veteran sales coordinator, either $500 a month or $1,500 a month. I mean, I think, as Karen Jones said, the cornerstone of our business is a qualified business and helping people get into the club. Like, we should get the mindset is join the club, get in the club, and get that $500 a month cash flow, and you're a qualified business, and you get an override on qualified businesses. And so the skill sets of building the business that Eric Ward talks about, finding people to talk to. maybe Mitra or Reagan, unpackage some of the skill sets around business building beyond raving fan that you think Eric Worre touches on in his book that we can sort of launch people out of the next 2 weeks to go study in his book, and what has been successful for you. And then Mitra can follow up.
Yeah, so if you get into the book, he's got this broken down chapter by chapter, which I think is beautiful. And skill number one is finding prospects, and so really learning how to who you're going to talk to. And what I love about our Juice Plus business, different than a lot of other direct sales and network marketing companies, is that we're not asking our distributors to go out and get 1,000 customers. We're asking them to love on the people that they love. And then their people, some of their people will join the team, and we're asking them to love on some of the people they love. And so the story goes. And if you're out meeting new people, you'll find more people you love. So for me, I know that my market has never, ever been dried up because I'm constantly meeting new people. So that's a great skill, is how to find prospects. Skill two then is how do you invite those prospects to come on along, and then how do you present your products, or how do you present professionally, how do you join our team. And one thing that I really appreciate, Mitra, which I want to thank you for, is that you brought us to Transform 30 and Transform 120 to 120, and that has made it very easy for, I know, everybody on my team and myself to be able to invite people to look at it, those prospects to look at it, but then also to invite them to come on along. And then how do you follow up with those people professionally? Now, one thing, if you guys were on our, we also have another call series we're doing with Lauren. We talked about setting that appointment right away, that we're giving people some information, but we're inviting them to look at the information, okay? But we're also having an appointment to be able to follow up with those people and answer their questions and help them get started. And then, how do we help these new people that join our team? How do we help them get started themselves and make it easy for them? And then the other skill is promoting events, and events are kind of the key. The invitation to an event, the invitation opens up that conversation. So whether they come or not, you can still have that conversation. But events are kind of the key, especially if you're busy, because they help you to really maximize your time. And I always love talking to more than one person in an hour. How about you, Mitra?
Oh, absolutely. One of the skills I learned early on is, how can I have, if I'm trying to help one person, can I have somebody else listening in? Or
Right.
how can I, even on a Facebook post, somebody sends me a messenger, and I just say, this is a great question, and if you wouldn't mind posting it on Facebook so that other people can learn from my answer. I can answer you, but I'd love it if you'd be open to asking again on our group page, or how can you have more people listening in. And speaking of promoting for events, we have Nashville coming up, and I was just at the home office a few weeks ago, not even a few weeks, yeah, I guess a few weeks ago, for a product update, and I got a little bit of the glimpse of what's coming up for a conference. And I can tell you, if you're borderline, or even have this like feeling in your heart that you should be going to the Nashville conference, you know what, do whatever it takes to be there. I know Nashville's a little bit more expensive than other venues, and but it'll probably be the last time we're at Nashville. But even then, I just think about, I had to really financially stretch myself. When I first came into the business, it was within the first couple of months of my business that I ended up making the financial decision, which was a huge financial stretch for me at the time. As a researcher, I just didn't have extra money at all, to kind of put it on my credit card, buy the plane ticket, and go to conference. And it changed my life. So to not be penny wise and pound foolish, like to invest, the most you can invest in is yourself, and you'll get your PhD in Juice Plus overnight. The information that the product team itself has to share is going to be really awesome, and then the marketing team is really up to some great things. And I left that meeting a couple of weeks ago really excited about where the future of the company is, and how we are such trendsetters in the whole nutritional industry. We created the whole food paradigm, and we're going to continue to be trendsetters. That our product team is better than ever, I was really excited to see that, and I'm so happy Sean Hopkins has become the vice president of products. So anyway, we have a bright future ahead. This is a place where you can hang your hat and take a risk and figure out how to maybe, beg, borrow, or steal to get yourself to Nashville. It will be worth it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to add to, I agree. I think, for me, the reason I'm here is because I went to that conference, and I went totally skeptically, thinking that I was going to leave and go drink margaritas instead of attend the conference, and I ended up staying and deciding to become a national marketing director, which I did 2 years afterwards. But I think the key here, too, I know a lot of people get so hung up on, oh my gosh, how do I do this? And I think more importantly is, why do you do this, and the how will come along. And we've got such amazing tools now that it's just so simple. In fact, Mitra, you'll love this. I have a new person who joined my team who's from Canada today. And I said to her, she said, well, tell me about this Transform 30 program. And I said, well, just pull up the website, and we were able to say, this is how it works. And it literally took, I was 2 minutes sharing with her the program, and she's like, yep, just sign me up for everything. And how do I share this with my sister and all of that? And so she's going, and it's so fun to see that it can be that simple, where we don't have to make it difficult. We don't have to be these amazing teachers and presenters. All we need to do is really love somebody enough to share some information with them.
Yeah, I was kind of I've been constantly, people have shared with me how simple, if you just realize just your Transform 30 website itself is such an amazing tool. And if if you just walk people through this very, very, very simple tool and not overthink it, not go, what else do I have to present to convince them? And you'll hear some amazing data about the profile of a Juice Plus customer that I think is going to really help people, that not everybody's going to buy into this program, and you don't have to worry about changing everybody. I think that information that will be presented at Nashville will also be really, really rewarding for people, knowing that, okay, oh, you just happen to fall into that profile that will never buy Juice Plus, because the company's actually surveyed all the Juice Plus customers in North America and profiled their habits, their tendencies, where they fall in the health spectrum. And the profiles are very interesting, and we definitely have 3 categories that are big for us. To kind of give a hint at it, the biggest group is those that are leading the way. They're self-educated, they understand, and they're following nutrition. And for those people, I have to say, Transform 30 is a no-brainer. They're like, makes sense to me. They're almost convinced just at the thought of it. Then the second biggest that, if I recall properly, is those people that need a plan. Like, I want to do this, I want to get healthier, just give me a plan and I'll follow the plan. Well, Transform 30 is a plan. The third is, interestingly enough, those people that would like to make changes, but they feel like they're too busy, and they need convenience. So if you can appeal to the fact that capsules are convenient, shakes are convenient, that hits a home run with those people. And then the fourth set is a little bit smaller, is the weekend warriors, in it for the fun of it, and they need a little bit more customer care to stay with the program, because they'll get in initially, but they might shift, and that's where the customer care plays big time. The customer care plays big time with each and every of those profiles. But then you have people that are looking for value proposition, and they're not our biggest set. Like, they just want to save money no matter what. And then the final group is like, you can't help them. They're in survival mode, and to understand that you really can't help the people, and they may need it. That you may feel for them. You may feel like they really could use Juice Plus, but they're in survival mode. They can't even hear what you have to say. They can't even hear the message. So I think that was really great for me to hear, and some of our team that I've shared that with. And Randy Matthews was here recently, this last weekend, and he shared that data. And I think it's helpful for distributors to know, while this product is for everyone, not everyone's going to say yes, and to just understand the profile that people fall into, and to know that you just have to keep talking to people until you find the people that fall into those proper profiles, and then sharing information and keeping the doors open and not taking it personally, knowing that, hey, look, in order to create $500 a month, you just have to convince not hundreds of people, but like expose enough information to 13 households that 13 households say, yes, I want some Juice Plus and
Yeah.
complete.
13 is nothing. I mean,
nothing. It's nothing.
Really. It took me 3 years to get my mom on Juice Plus. So, you sometimes just got to keep talking to people too.
Well, if it's your mom, you're probably going to keep talking to her. It took me, I had to get to national marketing director before my dad got on Juice Plus. And so, it happens to all of us.
I didn't take it personally. I just thought, you know what, she doesn't know what she doesn't know, and it's okay. And sometimes, to me, I think if you're inviting people and you're inviting to where you're asking them if they're open to the information, and they say yes, it's a lot easier to talk to people that are interested than people that aren't. So we don't need to go into this convincing mode with people.
No, not at all.
Move on. There's more people. Talk to the coffee shop lady or something.
There's people that match those proper profiles. They're waiting for you to share that information with you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a great transition from, we are not in the convincing business. We're really, as Mitra says, we're really, I like to think we're in the sorting business. And we're trying to sort through people, and find the ones that are seeking this information, and they find a solution, they want to take action. And so, as you can tell, Mitra's been in this business for 20 years. Can you see the passion? Can you see she is in the trenches? Can you see she's committed? Can you see she knows the details? One of my greatest challenges with Mitra as being my mentor early on was my just willingness to surrender to the how-tos, to surrender to the skills. I wanted to reinvent the wheel. So if you have some resistance around that how-to, around the skills, around the strategy, why wouldn't you want to surrender to Yoda here tonight? And I will say that I'm
in my workout clothes. Look.
Yeah, Mitra's just off of a workout. The skills that we train, that we master, were the skills 10 years ago. They're going to be the skills 10 years from now. We've had this same product for 20 years. The challenge of eating fruits and vegetables was challenged then. It's a challenge now. It's going to be a challenge 20 years from now. So you know the what. You're into the how-to. 2 weeks from now, we're going to be introducing really the mindset of sorting, really the mindset of an entrepreneur, what Tony Robbins calls state, what Eric Worre calls programming. And so your homework for the next couple of weeks is get your ticket to Nashville, be unreasonable, as it says, ready, shoot, aim, just do it. Figure out how to design your life to be there, because we are in the business of conversations. We are in the business of experiences, and all of my breakthroughs have come at national conferences or at boot camps. So our first session was this is really a quick kind of scuba diving or snorkeling example of how to get the GoPro book, read it for the next 2 weeks. We're going to dive in 2 weeks from now with Lauren Slocum, our special guest. And anyone else we have in 2 weeks from now, Reagan?
Well, we might have somebody else.
We might have we might have surprise guests. But Lauren, with Tony Robbins for 20 years, a master of state, of mindset, of programming and retraining your mind to think like an entrepreneur, think like a problem solver, be resourceful. So with that, I'd like to thank Mitra for joining us tonight. This will be a post up on the Juice Plus University website. You can go back and review it. Thank you, Mitra. I will see you. We'll see you in a few short weeks, and we'll have some cocktails. I thank you for your time, and God bless everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everybody.